Hey guys, Andrew Murdoch here, and this is Blue Collar and Rich. Today I want to talk about instant gratification versus delayed gratification. We live in an exciting time, don't we? If you want your hands on something, if you want to experience something, we have so many things at our fingertips these days. And more often than not, people want to experience it now. They want to taste it now. They want to get there now. They want to do it now. No one wants to wait for anything these days. So I came across this study that I wanted to share with you guys. And the way it was laid out is they offered free snacks to people a week from now, but they had a choice between getting a free apple or a free chocolate bar. And guess what happened? The results showed it was 50-50. Okay, half the people chose the apple, half the people chose the chocolate bar. Now, they actually changed it up on the participants, and then they offered a free snack right now. And guess what happened? What do you think you guys would choose? Well, it turns out 80% of the people chose the chocolate bar. They opted to go for their chocolate fix right here and now, and they didn't choose the healthy snack, the healthy option. This is a fascinating statistic to us because this proves that often people make great choices, healthy choices, financially sound choices, but then have a hard time following them. 80% of the people could not resist the temptation of a chocolate bar. Now, this relates to more than just food. Think about exercising at the gym. Think about gym memberships. Think about people contributing to their savings and planning for their retirement. Think about people making healthy choices, right? Not smoking or quitting smoking or eating the right food, staying away from sugar. It applies to all aspects of life. Now, there was an actual popular study called the marshmallow experiment that I'm going to attach a link for you guys in the description below. Check it out. It's a fascinating video where they actually provided a marshmallow for a child, and they actually made a deal with the child saying, if you can wait 15 minutes, I will come back and give you a second marshmallow. But if you can't wait the 15 minutes and you eat it before I come back, then you only get the one marshmallow. And what do you think happened? There was an alarming number, I think it was 2 out of 3 kids actually, that actually decided to eat the marshmallow right away and forego having a bigger reward later on. Now, studies followed these kids later on in life. And the results prove that the ability to have self-control actually followed these children throughout life. Now, these kids were less likely to be overweight by age 11. They were less likely to use drugs later on in life. They showed higher test results. So now we're starting to see a bit of a pattern here that people with higher self-control, this actually does carry over to other aspects. Now, the parents actually rated them to have a high tolerance to stress, and they also had a strong ability to plan and reason. Now, the other thing that I want to point out too is some experts out there have actually argued that we have a limited amount of willpower. So a smart thing to do is to actually limit the situations that we put ourselves in to making the wrong decision. So one aspect of that would be if you want to eat healthy, just avoid buying groceries that are going to get you off of that diet. Or maybe plan your lunch ahead of time so that you're not going to be succumbed to buying that fast food or that junk food to get you through the day, but actually having a healthy meal prepared for you ahead of time before you get hungry. Now, there are studies that show that people are actually overconfident with the amount of self-control that they have. When they looked at this one group of people, they noticed that most people planned on going to the gym 4 times in the week, whereas most of them actually only went to the gym once. So you overestimate how much self-control you have. Now, the good news is you can actually impose these certain measures on yourself and put these contracts on you so that you can actually have a short-term consequence or a long-term reward if you achieve your goal. Because you're already aware that the odds are stacked against you regarding self-control. And the really, truly successful people out there already know this. They make sure that they put themselves in a situation to succeed. The other point that I want to make for you guys here today is that everything has an ROI attached to it. Everything has a return of investment associated with it, right? So if you're going to have chocolate every single day, if you're going to be smoking cigarettes every single day, if you're just going to eat junk food every single day, all of that has a return of investment associated to it, right? But it's going to have a negative consequence. You're going to have a negative quality of life based off of those choices that you make on a regular basis. Now, the other side is true as well. So if you decide to go to the gym on a very regular basis, 5 times a week, that is also going to have an ROI. The only difference is that's going to have a positive ROI and not a negative ROI. If you want to eat healthy every day, same thing. If you want to establish systems and pose these contracts on yourself, then you have a much higher chance of success over someone who just plays it day by day and doesn't really plan ahead. I'm saying this because there are too many people out there who are consuming things for immediate amusement, that instant gratification. You're buying those expensive watches and clothing and cars, and these things have a depreciating value to them. You're only going to get your fix out of these things for a temporary period of time, and then before you know it, it's out of fashion. It doesn't give you that same thrill anymore. So now you're going to try to sell it. You're not going to get your original investment out of it. So now you've lost financially and you've actually imposed a negative ROI on yourself. So I'm pointing this out to you guys because there are definitely things out there that will give you a positive ROI to it, right? So you want to invest in yourself. You want to read books. You want to listen to podcasts. You want to improve yourself. You want to develop yourself. You want to spend time in those activities that will support a positive ROI and give you that delayed gratification. You want to plan for the winter ahead of time and have those piles of firewood stacked up in case that you have an extra cold or a long winter ahead of yourself, right? We all know these things. We all read these stories in school, and we're always aware of the stories of people that planned ahead for the future and were the ones that succeeded in life. But it's another thing actually following through and committing to it too. Guys, don't be a slave to your instant gratification. Consider the long-term effects. These are the questions that the truly successful people in the world ask themselves, and they create systems to prevent them from tripping because they're not worried about the instant gratification. They're focused on the big picture, the end game, for the 5 years, the 10 years from now. How is the compounded effect of what you're doing today going to affect your life tomorrow? You know, there's a really great video from Ray Dalio that's about a half an hour long video that I'm gonna add into the description section for you guys below as well. I think he does a really great job at giving you a visual idea of what it means to make the smart decisions now so that your future self thanks you. So I hope you guys saw some value in this video, and if you did, hit that thumbs up button, give me a like, and comment below. Let me know what videos you guys want to see in the future. Subscribe to my channel if you want more. Can't wait to see you guys next time.